everybody, and welcome to Wednesday on the Pagan Perspective. I'm your host Eric, and this week we're talking about love spells. Love spells are obviously exactly as they sound, spells intended to produce love. Now, love spells can be anything from Kara's example of putting energy out there in hopes to attract energy of like manner. Now, I totally believe that that is a good idea. If you watched any of my personal rune meanings on my personal channel, you know that one of the things that I subscribe to is the idea of, as I cultivate my own nature, all else follows. Well, that applies here, totally. Now, what I mean by that is, if I want... Now, I don't have to go through a whole lot of this anymore now that I'm married, and, beforehand I still remember doing similar things to this. One of the things that I used to do is, when I was feeling lonely, when I was single, and I wanted someone to talk to or someone to, just kind of share time with, one of the things that I would do is I would go out with the intent on meeting someone to do nothing more than talk to and share a little bit of time, even if it was just for that evening. It was really, really simple for me, and it doesn't always work out as intended. But if I went out with the intention on being for other people what I wanted to have for myself, it usually worked out a lot better than I could have even expected. So when I do any sort of magic, that's sort of the thing I try to adhere to, is when I want something, I have to first and foremost go out and be that for the people that I want to reciprocate. And love spells are no different. Love spells are, if you want someone else to love you, you need to, as opposed to, as Kara and Kyle both quite succinctly said, you need to not force them in any way, shape, or form. If you take away their free will, you're doing no better than cornering yourself. So when you go out, and if you're doing magics of this nature, stop it. I don't want to be rude or anything, but if you're doing a love spell to make someone fall in love with you, it's going to turn out very, very badly, because then you're going to be out there and you're going to be giving them the love that you expect or desire in return, and that's never going to happen, and you'll never have it straight in your head as to whether or not it was the spell or whether they actually care for you. And that's one of the major drawbacks to love magic. What I do in my life still is I will try to kind of spice up my romance life with my wife and whatnot, because sometimes you get into a rut, and it happens to the best of us. But what you can do is you can blend new incenses to burn in the bedroom and throughout the house. You can add herbs, including rose. You can do stuff like that. Those are the things that I still do. I try to make sure that my wife knows what's going on, especially if I'm using any of these things in a magical sense, because I'd hate for her to, come into the middle of me doing some sort of romance ritual and have her not know what's going on and throw things off. So I'll definitely let her in on the idea before I do anything about it. But, in general, as long as you're worried, as long as you're focused on yourself, there really isn't a possibility to take away anyone's free will, and it should work out a little bit better. Now, this is really all I've got for love spells. Like I said, I haven't, I've never tried the trying to make someone fall in love with me idea. like I said, it just sounds like a really, really bad idea. But if you're trying to better yourself and make yourself more appealing, then, yeah, by all means go for it. Oh, and glamoring, for those of you who know what it is and can use glamoring, that's cheating, but not always in a bad way. Anyhow, thanks for watching, everybody, and until next Wednesday, Odin be with you.